still love you. I still love you. I still love you. I still love you.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. So earlier today I thought to myself, why not? Why not check out these new debuts, these comebacks that I've been missing here and there in the earlier days of this month of March, and check out, first of all, a new girl group that goes by the name MAJORS that has debuted under ANS Entertainment, as some of y'all may already know, on March 8th. Now, I haven't seen the teasers for this debut by MAJORS, I'd have to say, but I did hear some news and saw some news on social media here and there about their debut, and mainly just due to a familiar name, and that is Bian, one of the members in the group. Of course, it's really good to see her re-debut, as she, based off of the things that I've seen from her in the past, that she has quite a bit of a talent and a lot of charisma, I'd have to say. But aside from that, I'll be checking out MAJORS, both their MVs actually, their MV for Stronger, and then their other MV for their title track, I believe, which is titled Spit It Out. So I'm looking forward to see what kind of sound that they came with both of the songs, and also how it is with the MVs and such. But aside from that, let's just get into it, shall we? Alright, so the first MV that I brought up from MAJORS is for their song Stronger, which is a B-side, I believe, so let's go. Huh. Ooh, a bit of flute there. Oh. The horns. Oh, where are we going with this? Okay. Loving the added EDM elements on the drop there. Oh. Really loving the attitude coming out from the members and the rapper. But they have a good amount of presence in this with the choreo. Hey. I just can't get enough of the trap elements with the EDM electronica elements. With the percussion instruments. Woo! Wow. Wow. All right, and that's their logo there at the end there. Okay, let me give you all my thoughts before we get into the MV Spit It Out by Majors, of course. Now, Stronger. Initial impressions upon first listen. Sonically, I absolutely love the song. How it was done in terms of the nuances. Not too like crazy about like the arrangement of it, of course, as it's how it drops, how everything just goes into the bridge and the final chorus is nothing like beyond mind-boggling, but still impressive nonetheless. So let me touch apart about the song. Okay, I don't think I have a lot to say about the MV. I'm not too huge fan of the MV, and that's what I said about earlier, how I liked their presence with the choreo and how everything is bold with the song and such. I really like the choreo and how the song went, but definitely not this MV. This MV, sure it's low budget, but like even with a low budget, you can get like things filmed like in a much more clean manner. You know what I'm saying? I wish I saw like the like smoother, clear like close-ups of the members during those like high moments, you know what I'm saying, and those moments when they were together as a group in some of those shots, I'd have to say. Of course, there weren't that many scenes utilized, but I really liked the outfits that they utilized, black and white, of course, keeping it nice and simple interchangeably. You can't, let's be honest here, you can't go wrong with black and white. But back to my talk about the song. Okay, sonically, I love how they utilized R&B elements, trap elements, as well as EDM elements to give it an extra lot of more flavors and spice and texture, I should say. So we begin with like a nice light guitar at the start, and then I'm hearing like Latin, like I would say percussion instruments, more specifically wooden percussion instruments, and then other percussion instruments as well. Of course, the snare drum, which was pretty prominent in some parts, especially during the pre-chorus in the song. And as it builds up with the members. Boom, we get all these electronica elements, and what seemed something so subtle ended up turning very bold and strong, you know, just a kick to our ears, which is not a bad thing at all. Bian, it only shows even more, even with this her new members and all in this group, Majors, that she really knows how to put on a performance, just the gesticulations that she does and such. And I'd say the other members as well, like other members, I'm like, ooh, they got a good amount of presence when doing the choreo and such, and when they had their moments too. And speaking of moments, I'd say the rapper, nothing like too crazy from what I've heard from other rappers in other girl groups, but the rapper in this group was pretty nice. It added more, her rap verses added more flair and kick to it with her attitude and stuff, you know, and her voice, of course. But yeah, I really love the nuances in this song, and I would say how specific instruments and influences were put upon the song, mixed in with their vocals of course. It's really good, a song that I could see myself definitely listening to, and I'm glad that they didn't just take a simple like R&B trap route. Okay, they not only did R&B and trap, they added in EDM elements, which added so much. But yeah, really good B-side, considering that's that it's a B-side. Of course, they put out an MV for the B-side, which is not often seen. I gotta commend the label and the girls for that, but I think it sort of works. I just hope, in the future, if they do something like this again, just filming, editing, both, please. You can have the greatest song ever, but the MV can take it down a bit, in terms of how digestible a song can be at the end of the day. But let's just get into their title track, of course, the MV for Spit It Out. Let's just go do that now. All right, so I brought up the MV for Spit It Out. Let's go. Oh, much different right off the bat in this one. Love the horns here. Really loving their vocals in this as well, with the synths. Okay, Bian, I see you. Okay. Oh, wow. It's like a clapping sound coming from a percussion instrument. I'm really loving the UUs in this. Just how they're delivering their lines. It just works. But the synths that I'm hearing there with their vocals. And the horns. The hi-hats in the back. And I like how there's a bit of a pause to let us sink everything in, you know what I'm saying? She's really catching my eye, this particular member as well, I gotta say. Woo! Build up. Hey. Oh my goodness, the chanting with the synths. Woo. Wow. Oh, I'm seeing Olipop in the works there. Wow, okay. Some recognizable names behind the scenes, of course. Okay, where do I begin with this song? Wow, there's quite a bit to sink in from this song. Definitely more upbeat than compared to their B-side, Stronger, I'd have to say. And different uses of genres this time around, which is really good to have a title track significantly different than pretty much for any artist, and their B-sides, of course. And but for Spit It Out, for this song and the MV as well, there are positives and negatives, I have to say. When there's something good, I gotta say it. When there's something bad, I gotta say it. Okay, for some of y'all who are familiar with this channel, I rarely, like 1%, I rarely barely sugarcoat things unless I am just super overwhelmed and super biased, and it ends up being like one of my ultimate groups that I'm checking out. But for Spit It Out here, okay, I'm gonna talk about the positives first. Okay, let's talk about the overall soundscape to this song. Spit It Out, what I am straight hooked on is the synths and how that intertwined with their vocals. And what I mean by that is the catchy synth riffs that you're hearing that are being dragged along the song. The pre-chorus was pretty cool, I'd have to say. Nothing too crazy that I'd heard from the different or from the past songs that have utilized EDM, electronica elements. But I think the one thing that's got it going is the synth riffs in this song, for sure. Bit of usage of percussion instruments, and I like how they just bring it up and down and up and down, you know what I'm saying? And then they go for the huge build up with the snare drums and everything, and then boom, final chorus and such with the chanting. It's so catchy and memorable, those parts of the song, that makes it memorable. And I would say that makes the longevity of the song. Like I say throughout good amount of my videos, longevity is quite important when it comes to title tracks, and more specifically speaking, a lot of songs that we've been hearing, very loud, in your face type of songs, you know what I'm saying? I have said this to my friends before: if a song is too loud to the point where it's just too overwhelming, and I just can't listen to it on repeat, you know what I'm saying? But for this case, Spit It Out is a song that I can definitely see myself keeping on repeat, and definitely keeping it in my rotation for playlists and all. And like I said again, okay, there's the members, including Bian, really have a great presence, and their vocals work so well with each other, which makes the group's potential very high, for future comebacks and such. The talent is there. It's just the matter of how that talent is tapped and carried out, I'd have to say. And that's all reliance on the works with the girls, the A&R, and the label, I'd have to say. So yeah, so that's what I love about the song soundscape wise. Now, furthermore from that, okay, the bit of negatives, I'd have to say, for the song soundscape wise, would have to be the hooks. Spit It Out, I find on the first time they say it, I'm like, interesting, right? And then second time, I'm like, interesting. But I think as the song progressed, it grew on me, you know what I'm saying? Which is not a bad thing or good thing, I'd have to say. But yeah, the hooks, a bit, I wouldn't say cheesy, I would say odd. It doesn't digest completely well upon first listen, and maybe not completely at not completely at all for some of y'all, regardless of how many listens. But I think the hooks to this song are nothing too crazy, and at the same time a little bit of underwhelming in terms of the delivery of it. I like it, the delivery of it is good, but the specific words with the delivery, I don't think that works if it went with like a different statement I think it would work better for this song and such. But I'd say that's just one negative to this song for me personally. I'm not sure about y'all. The other one being is just something's off a bit with the mixing and mastering. I like the arrangement to the song, but the mixing and mastering's a bit off. I wouldn't say botched. Okay, botched is like a 7 out of 10 for me. For me, in this case, this is like a solid 8.5. Merely close to a 9. But the thing is, sometimes, rarely, songs can be really good, but then the mixing just screws up the entire song. In this case, it didn't. Honestly, the mixing was alright for me, but not the best. Could be done better, but with that being said, the reason why I put it like something like an 8.5 is we can hear their vocals clearly throughout the track. Everything was laid out in such a nice manner, and I can hear all the elements well enough, I'd have to say. Sometimes it's with mixing and mastering, and sometimes it's the audio upload for music videos, I'd have to say, and that's something that we should all be mindful of. But aside from that, music video wise, again, wish it was better film wise. At least with Spit It Out, I could see their faces clearly during their moments, the members together and the members that were on their own. Really loved the you. I really love how the you word was held in the song. But yeah, those are my positive negatives. But to wrap things up and not to drag this video for too long, but let me know if you guys want to see more longer videos from me, because I don't mind getting analytical when I need to. All in all, Majors, really good debut. I wouldn't say by no means this is like life-changing or game-changing in the scene, or even underwhelming or subpar, but I'd say this is a really good debut, and there is, like I said earlier, potential to be tapped, to be carried out, and that's all the matter with the girls, the group, of course, the label, and the A&R behind Majors and such. And hopefully in the future, MVs will be done better. I think songs are done in a sufficient manner, like an 8.5 out of 10 / 9, especially with Stronger. I can see some people vibing with Stronger more than Spit It Out. For me, they're on the same level. I love both songs equally and such, and I think that's a bit of due to the MV, and for me being like so open-minded when it comes to music genres and for the music type of music I listen to. But Majors, really bright future ahead of themselves. Hopefully we see them more from them in the future, better and beyond this, with each and every comeback, even better songs and MVs and such. And hopefully they do get more traction, as I do believe that these songs are pretty good, and I'll be on the lookout for them. And at the same time, I do hope there's more news put upon them before they have like anything happening for their comebacks, because for their debut it was so low-key for me, honestly, at least for me. I'm not sure about you guys. And at the same time, when I was looking at physical albums to pre-order for like my artists that I follow, I didn't see any physical album for Majors. I wish there was a physical album for Majors, to at least support the girls, and hopefully those albums go towards a bigger and better comeback. But that's a little talk there. But this has been Garrison, though. Have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon wherever you are. Be sure to like, share, and maybe subscribe if you really enjoyed this. Like I said earlier, if you want to see more analytical stuff from me in terms of comebacks and debuts, I'll try to do that in the future. And yeah, comment down below what you think about Major's debut. What do you think about their 2 songs, Stronger and Spit It Out, of course. And as always, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are, and peace.